We make plans, God laughs. I know I heard that at some meeting, somewhere, someplace, okay? And I have my own personal experience of kind of a gist at that of just God's twisted sense of humor. So that's what I'm going to be telling you about today. First things first, if you're returning, then thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. And if you're new and coming to the channel for the first time, thank you for coming to the channel. I have plenty of stories like this if you scroll up and down and shorts and whatever. So, like, there's plenty more to come. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there. All right. So this took place back in 2020, and in 2020, I was in a relationship, and I hadn't been in a relationship in like a really long time. Like I'm talking like 5 plus years. Oh, he's whack. Oh, see, you whack. Whatever. So it was like, but it was a cool relationship and everything. It was fun. And the only thing though was that the girl that I was dating was much, not much, but she was older than me. But she was old enough to kind of like not understand technology super well. But no, I'm not talking about like an 80-year-old grandma, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, she just wasn't good with like technology and didn't really like understand it that well and stuff. I would have to explain a lot of stuff, whatever. So, constantly, and I'm sure plenty of guys can relate to this, I was constantly being accused of cheating and constantly being asked to, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, let me see your phone. And it's just like, no matter what I said, no matter how I explained, like, I haven't, like, there's nothing on my phone. Like, at first, I made a mistake at first and I tried to keep it away from her. And right off the bat, that's like not the right move. But you'll see in my case, I was damned if I did and damned if I didn't. So, like, she's always trying to, like, she wants to go through my phone and like, but then when I would say, all right, then let me get your phone, then all of a sudden it would be like a tug of war or whatever. But I just, like, I didn't realize that me like trying to like keep my phone away from her like looked suspicious, I guess you could say. I mean, not really, but I was just trying to say, like, this is dumb. Like, there's no reason for you to even go through my phone. Like, you're not gonna find anything. Like, I'm not that type of a person. Okay. And she would never believe. She was just one of those people that had been scorned by men her entire life, and just didn't believe a word that a man said. Didn't trust them, and like, I can't really blame her, I guess, because like dudes are pretty fucked up. Like, hey, it is what it is. But not me. But it is a thing. So it comes down to, like, we're at her house, and she's like, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, let me see your phone. And I eventually, like, after, she's literally like wrestling me on the bed trying to like grab the phone out of my hand, and I'm trying to keep it away from her. But then eventually I was like, fuck it, take it. Like, I have nothing to hide. I literally have nothing to hide. And I knew that because going into this, I kind of know how females can be. So I made sure to wipe my phone clean of anything that was even years before I even met this girl. Like, I just wanted everything to be squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? And not like I had a bunch of stuff to hide or anything. Like, I don't even, like, I really, like, I kind of traded money for females a long time ago and haven't really been too like disappointed with that or whatever. So, um, So she's like, I finally give her my phone. I'm like, here, take it. Like, you're gonna feel stupid because like you're not gonna find anything. Like, I don't have any text messages. I don't have a Facebook Messenger. I didn't have Instagram. Like, there was like no way for me to contact people. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, here, take it. And I like threw it or something. And then so I can see her. Like, I'm sitting across from her, and I can see her just like, cause she didn't want, obviously she didn't want me to like be like looking at what she was looking at for some reason. So I just sat across from her and I just was kind of like reading her facial expressions. And she's going and she's going and she's going. And then all of a sudden she makes this like, and she takes my phone and she throws my phone against the fucking wall. Yeah, throws my phone against the wall. And I was like, yo, like, what happened? And she's like, check your phone. Check your phone. And I go and I like grab my phone off the floor. And this is how I like learned about God's twisted sense of humor. So, of all the things, like, she was basically button mashing, like just trying to find something. Like, literally, like, she didn't really understand like the iPhone, like how it worked exactly. So she was literally just going through anything she possibly could. Like, it reminded me of like trying to like play video games back in the day and just like button mashing, or like at an arcade and just trying to like get the best score you could or whatever. So somehow she had gotten into my mail, and my mail doesn't even like sync with my phone, my email. It doesn't even sync with my phone. It never has. I've always had to use a different like provider or whatever. So somehow she gets into the Apple folder, and of all folders, she gets into the junk mail. And I think we all know, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever, that like junk mail, like, it's pretty much like advertisements for like dick enlargement pills, and scams from like Nigerian princes or something like that. Like, it's like never anything that means anything. Like, it's junk mail. Like, even the phone was able to figure out that that shit was junk. So I pick up my phone and I look, and I can see that on the junk mail, she had opened that like folder, and the very first message, like, it wasn't some advertisement. It wasn't some like 90% off this if you do this, call 1-800 blah 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 blah. Like, that's like how they normally look. Like, they have like so much writing and everything, you can just tell it's an advertisement. But the one time that this happened, she looked at my phone in my junk mail, and I swear to God, like, I was not doing anything like nefarious, but she had found a junk like letter, and all it said was, I need your number. And then the sent address, all it said was Emma. Of all the times, of all the times that I wish that I wish that it could have been a penis pump, or like, some Viagra, or like even the Nigerian prince shit, like I would have way rather those things be up at the top. But it was just like the most plainest message that you could imagine in a junk mail folder. And it just said, from Emma, I need your number. And it was just like, I was just like, oh my God, like, of all the times, like, I felt so confident. Like, I felt so confident sitting there, like, you're gonna feel like a dumbass after you see that I don't have nothing in my phone. And then she like somehow finds that, and then that was like a fucking disaster. And there was like really no way for me to explain it. Even when I opened the message, and the message, like, that was the like what you could see before you clicked on it. But when you clicked on it, it was saying like, "Hi, blah 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 blah," my email address. It wasn't direct. It wasn't addressing me as like, "Hey Patrick," or like anything like that. It was literally, "Hey, blah 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 at gmail.com." That like, and I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, why would someone call me, like talk to me and call me that instead of my actual name? Like that doesn't even make sense. And there was just no rhyme or reason for me to like get through to that, like, and it was just like that was when I learned about like I had heard about like, like and I'm not trying to talk down on, the big man or whatever, but I had always heard about like his twisted sense of humor, or something along those lines, and I sure as hell experienced it that day. So like I thought I was like squeaky clean, like I was good to go, sitting there just kind of like put my feet up like a mafia boss or something, and all of a sudden my phone's getting thrown at the wall, and all of a sudden like there's like yelling and like fighting and all this shit, and it was all over a junk email that was probably went out to a million other people, but it happened to come to me at that specific time, and it happened to be that specific message that was at the very top, and it was the least descriptive junk mail message I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I eventually was able to kind of explain it, but it took some doing. It took some doing. It wasn't an easy like, oh, okay, sure. Like it for sure like took some doing to like make her understand like, yo, like why are they addressing me at my email address instead of saying my name? Oh, that's a code. You probably have codes. Like like it was way like I'm just not that type of dude. Like I'm not the type of dude to try to like have as many girlfriends as I can or anything, especially after not having a being in a relationship for like 8, 9, 10 years or something like that. So like I'm definitely like the opposite of that, if you will. You know, not to say I'm a saint and I'm perfect or whatever, but I can at least like lay down and look myself in the mirror and know that like I'm not like that. So, anyways, that's my story about God's twisted sense of humor. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And I'm grateful for you guys, and a lot more just to even be here on the earth. So I think we should all just be very thankful today. I mean, obviously Thanksgiving, but like, like it's an important day. Like I'm a very sentimentalish type dude, so like I'd rather have a good, solid day than having a bunch of presents and oh my gosh or whatever. So, but that's just me, and I'm not hating on anybody who is like that. So, but that's just me. Anyways, hope you guys don't eat too much turkey. I know you're gonna have leftovers when it's done, and yeah, I'll probably have the same. So, once again, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Peace.